Hey everyone, want to welcome you today. I'm going to show you, and with help from John, how to make this really yummy chili in the crock pot. This has been slow cooking all afternoon. It's a football day here, so perfect day for this. And yep, John's going to show you today how to make really easy red chili in the slow cooker. He is making red chili in the crock pot today. Say hello, John.
Hi.
Got a nice view of your elbow there.
Perfect.
But you know, this is how we roll. John and me in the kitchen. Probably maybe get on the other side of you, then I could actually see what you're doing. So now, what do you have in there, John? Tell us what you've got in there.
I got the crock pot on high, and just to get everything warmed up. This is like the first step.
Okay.
It really doesn't matter.
Okay, so you got the crock pot on high, and now what have you added to the crock pot so far?
So I put some chili beans.
The Cooners chili beans?
Cooners chili beans.
And how many cans did you add?
I did a large can, which is 30 ounces, and one small can of beans.
Hey, hold those up a little so we can kind of see what they look like.
Yeah.
I'll just come over there and take a picture. Yeah, there we go. So the Cooners chili beans, he's got and they're the hot, so he likes hot.
I got one hot and one original.
Okay, so one smaller can of original and a larger can of the hot.
I put a little bit of water in the cans just to get the last of the goodies out of them.
Okay, and how much, what are you using for tomato? Because you're putting...
And then I did one, let's see, I did 3 cans of tomatoes, a diced, Del Monte diced, zesty chili style tomato. And then I did a Hunt's roasted garlic, just because of what's available at the store. Usually I try to do all 3, and then I did 1 stewed tomato.
Okay. Yeah, these days sometimes you just have to use what you can get your hands on, and the better deal, because you know that's just how it is right now. But that's okay. We make it work.
So I'm going to start the ground beef next. So.
Okay. So let's come on over here.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to do start browning 2.25 pounds of ground beef, and this is 80-20 mix. But first, I use a little bit of Lowry seasoning. I do a light seasoning at first, and then add seasoning to taste as I go. So I put a little bit of Lowry seasoning in the bottom, and then I'll put the ground beef in there, like that. Crank up the heat.
Are you gonna do onion or?
Yeah, so I'll add onion after I brown the meat. I don't like to put the onion in the meat as it's browning, just because sometimes you don't get the meat fully cooked, but that's my way of doing it.
Yeah, and we're slow cooking the chili, so the onions will get done and they will blend with the other flavors. But I know some people like to brown their onions with the meat, and you can do that.
I will do that.
Oh, you will do that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like to get the meat fully browned first, and then once it's fully browned, then I add the onion into the skillet.
Oh, okay.
Until the onions are transparent inside the meat with the skillet.
Okay. All right, I got you.
Sorry, I was not clear in my communication.
You were probably clear. It was just me who wasn't understanding. Okay, so what we're going to do is go ahead and get this all browned, the meat browned, and then we'll be back and we'll show you what's next. So while the meat is browning, John's going to chop the onion. And you're just chopping, what, 1 large onion?
Yeah, one large.
And we do have better knives, but that's the knife he wants to use, so I stay out of his way when he's in the kitchen.
Yeah.
That's how our marriage has survived. He does things his way, and I don't tell him how to improve. And he doesn't do that for me either. It just doesn't seem to work. We both want to do things our own way. Even if my way is better.
It always is better.
He's a smart man. Let's come on over here with John and we will check right here, see how the meat's doing.
It's slowly browning.
Slowly browning.
Which is good. Don't want to have a burnt ground beef. It's not good. So yep, as it's browning, I kind of chop it up. I know some people like chunky beef chili, but I kind of like mine broken up into smaller bits. Alright, while that's coming along, I'll go back, chop up some more onion here, and then once this is fully browned, then we'll dump some onion in here. Oh, I wish Vicky let me use a better knife than this. This knife is not that sharp, but I can't use the nice utensils because I might ruin them.
Yada, 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 yada. I offered to get him a better knife, but he said, no, I want to use this steak knife.
Is that what I said?
You did.
When we work in the kitchen, we gotta have a little fun.
Too bad it's so early in the day because we could be drinking a glass of wine and that would make this way more fun.
Who said we're not drinking?
It's too early. It's like 9 in the morning. We are not drinking. All right, let's catch up with Mr. John over here. There we go. He is browning that meat.
Oh yeah, that's coming along just nice. Got a few more pieces here that's not quite ready, but as soon as this is all completed, I'm going to throw the onion in here. I know a lot of people like to drain some of this fat off, but to me it's like, you know, it's all part of the juices. I like to have a little bit of the beef juice in here because it all absorbs into the onion when you put it in here.
But if you're into watching your fat, feel free to drain your meat. But we aren't going to be doing that today. This is...
And probably most of this will cook off by the time we get the onion in there anyway.
Yeah, there's not really a lot of fat in there. I mean, really, a lot of it is evaporating.
And I'm going to turn the heat down now a little bit. And if you use leaner meat, like a 93 lean meat or 90-10, you won't have as much fat in the meat. So. Okay, I think we're about ready to throw some onion in here.
All right, let's add some onion.
Here we go. Put all that in here. Just like that. Normally I'd put whole garlic or garlic chunks in there, but I'm cheating. I'm going to throw some, actually it's dehydrated minced garlic.
Can I hold it up here? Let's take a look at this.
Minced garlic.
Where is it? Right there.
Because I thought we had some garlic in the refrigerator, but we'll just throw a little bit of this in here. I'm going to start working in the onion and garlic into the meat. Oops. Yeah, actually you could kind of see the we're kind of getting a little on the dry side here. I don't see really too much grease in the pan, so I'm actually going to add just a little bit of water just so we don't start sticking or burning on the bottom. So I always like to use one of my cans that I put chili and stuff in. Just put a little bit of that water in there just to keep things moist.
I switched over to my phone. Like I said, I'm getting used to the new vlogging camera, so I had to change out the battery. So John couldn't wait for me. The recipe is very delicate.
Well, it's good to see the difference in the
Yeah, the quality. Yeah. So now I'm on my Samsung Note, Galaxy Note 9, and it's it's an older model phone, but I love it. So the onions, you can see they're translucent now. So John is going to go ahead and transfer this over to the crock pot now. Go.
Now it's time to get the stir stick out. So we've got our tomatoes and stewed tomatoes and our chili beans in here. Preheating before I throw the ground beef and onion combo with the garlic. So we'll go ahead and get that put in. Ground beef with the translucent onions and garlic is in there, minced garlic. So go ahead and put that in there. I did put a little seasoning in the meat to start, but as we move along, we'll, I'm sure, add a little bit more as we go. Just don't want to over salt or pepper or whatever season to begin with. We can always add more. You can't take it out. Let's put too much in. There we go. Stir this in with all the tomatoes and chili beans.
We'll just get a nice close-up look.
There we go. So I usually put a little dash of sugar in. So that's about it.
Yeah.
Just not even a tablespoon, just a little bit of sugar. And then about a tablespoon of red wine vinegar. Not quite even a tablespoon, but just a pinch of that.
Just a little bit of the red wine vinegar now.
Yep. And that's it.
But you can use regular vinegar. Don's mom always just used regular vinegar, but Don likes to use the red wine vinegar.
And then we'll just let this cook for hours, and then we'll come back when it's been cooking for a while. We'll do a little taste test and see what we need to add.
Okay. What's the total cook time, John?
I like to leave this on for hours, so at least sports stuff going on today. So when our team plays, then it's time to break it out. So this will probably be sitting in here. Let's see, it's 9, probably 5 hours, and it should be ready to start eating.
Okay, so about 5 hours, and you do have that on high.
Yes.
Okay. Roscoe smells the chili. He's like, please give me a little bite. But I don't think it would be good for your tummy.
No.
Probably would not be a good idea, but we'll get you something yummy. So it's been about 5 hours, and John did switch this to low heat. When did you switch it?
Oh, probably just about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, about 15 minutes ago. What else did you add to this? Now, you went back after about 3 hours, and you added some garlic salt.
Yeah, I just put light garlic salt. I didn't put a lot. I just needed a little for taste. The thing about chili is the longer it sits and cooks, then it kind of changes its taste. So you have to add a little bit as you go. Because sometimes when you check it when you first make the chili, it seems like it doesn't have enough salt. So you kind of let it cook for a while, and then that's when you add it. And then I thought it needed a little more zest, so I added a little bit of, so I got a little bit of cayenne pepper and just some light cayenne. And that's pretty much it for extras.
Okay, so
I'm going to scoop me some up here and get me a bowl and...
Okay, let me get in here so I can see. There you go. Now I can see. Look at that. And I sampled it, and I got to tell you, this is probably one of the best batches he's ever made.
Oh, thank you.
It was really good. Not too seasoned. I don't tend to like things that are too salty and too seasoned. I don't want that to... I don't want my taste buds to be assaulted by too much of that. I really like to taste all of the flavors, and this was just really good. Now, John likes stuff really hot, and I don't like mine as hot as he does. So he did put a splash of cayenne, but it wasn't overpowering.
Yeah, I also like to have a tortilla with my chili, just to kind of like dip it in there, and especially when it's first so hot, I can't really eat too much because it's scalding hot. So I'm going to have a tortilla, and I'll probably just put it on the stove here just to get it heated up a little bit, but not super hot, and use it kind of to dunk and get some cool off my chili a little. So I'm going to put some foil on the burner. Now these are electric radiant heat burners. I wouldn't recommend putting foil on a gas burner. So this is a radiant heated stove. So I'm just gonna throw my tortilla on there for a few seconds, maybe 30 seconds.
And we've just got the heat at about medium heat. You don't need it very hot at all.
I've got it about 3/4 heat.
Okay, about 3/4.
So medium high. So it's been about 30 seconds or so. I'm going to flip it. Did stick a little, but so you can see it's gotten a little brown on the tortilla. So I'll go ahead and turn it off. So I'll leave it sit on there for about 30 seconds and pull it off. Okay, so my tortilla's done. I just kind of set it in there like that, and that way I can just pull it out and kind of nibble on it with my chili, and I got my spoon. So I'm ready to head to my man cave and start eating and watching some football and all the other good stuff.
So that's our video today, guys. Now you can add a little shredded lettuce and chopped onion and cheese on top, and sometimes we do that, but we're not doing that right now. I don't know why.
Yes,
oh yes, we are. Okay. Oh, I just reminded him. So he's going to go ahead and add a little bit of shredded cheese on top.
Fiesta blend, which is shredded Monterey Jack, cheddar, queso, and asadero cheese. So we'll put a little bit on there. Like so.
Looks yummy. And you can also add some chopped onion, some shredded, a little bit of shredded lettuce, whatever you want, green onion, whatever you like, a little bit of sour cream. But I think that's where John's stopping today. He's ready to go watch football and eat some chili. And I'll have some a little bit later, but it is really, really good. So that's our fairly super easy, actually, chili, and it's very good, and it's hearty, and it's perfect for a cold day or a football day.
Yep, I'm gonna go eat. See you later. Bye.
Okay, thanks for watching, guys.
Bye-bye.
See you on the next one.